What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic: Gervonta pulls a Gary Russell, calls out Bud, Meadowsfield Bull almost got Spence killed. Levels to this. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got them out of a minute, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glazy run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, we're back. We're going to talk some boxing. As you all know, this is the aftermath of the fight of the century between Terence Bud Crawford and Errol the Truth Spence. And quiet as kept, the shock waves from that fight are still being felt throughout the boxing community, the YouTube community, and the world itself. People still haven't recovered. There's a lot of people missing right now. People have, gone quiet. Some YouTube careers have been ended. A lot of people that was out there talking, basically living off of this reckless talk about Terence Crawford, have been shut up. And so this is where we are. However, there's a lot still going on, and you still have a few people out there, the one that's that's not that's making excuses. They're still making excuses right now. We're in the excuse mode right now with this Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight. Spence didn't look right, this, that, the old 9 yards. I mean, basically, Crawford predicted all of this. He said this was going to happen, and it's happening. Right now everybody's in the excuse mode. They're trying to make up some excuse about what happened. But there are some people still out there talking nonsense, and we're not going to waste a lot of time as usual. We're going to go straight to the videotape, and we're going to take a listen to this. Check this out. Oh, before we even get to that, okay, you just saw the picture. That was Tank Davis, and he's been out there talking pretty reckless about Terence Crawford. He called out Terence Crawford, and sort of like what Gary Russell did, a few years ago. And we all know how that ended. Gary Russell called out Terence Crawford. Then he got called out there, got called out by Devin Haney. Never. They promised him money to fight. He never actually, went through with it. He basically backed out, and ran away. Uh, I mean, they said it was a negotiation problem, but whatever. I mean, you talk a lot of yak, and then when the time came to fight, it was a whole different ball game. But anyway, I'm saying that to say that you have Tank out there talking reckless as usual. Well, not as usual, but in the case of Terence Crawford, he's talking pretty reckless, and I couldn't really figure out why, because I mean Tank, he's a pretty good boxer and he seems to know boxing, so I understand him being Errol Spence's friend and all that, but I mean, come on. I mean, the talk is reckless. I mean, it's beyond reckless. So I'm thinking to myself, why is Tank talking like this? You know what I mean? Why? I mean, I don't get it. But then I saw an interview with Tank, and then I understood why Tank was talking so reckless. And so you check out the interview and you be the judge. I'm gonna play a little part of it. Here we go. Here we go right now. Check it out.
like far as getting bottles and things like that. But I don't drink, so I get the bottles and just pass them
You
out.
don't drink at all?
Nah, I used to drink, but I don't drink no
When did
more.
you stop?
Right before my last fight, because drinking, it make me something I'm not. Some days it might make me like loud and crazy, and some days it make me angry. I just don't want to be like somebody that I can't control myself, so I just stop. And then it make me blow up.
Okay. So there it is. So Tank wasn't in control of himself when he was making when he was calling out Terence Crawford. So that explains everything. You know what I mean? That explains it all. But by the way, go and check out that interview. Uh, it's a great interview. Some people probably already saw it. A great interview, by the way. Tank, pretty engaging guy. Did a great interview. Pretty, seemed to be a pretty likable guy. But it's just that, not unlike a lot of other people that's out there in the boxing community. That is, when it comes to Terence Crawford, Tank is just delusional. Okay, that's what it comes down to. It's not rational. So that explains a lot. When we hear all this talk from these guys about Terence Crawford. So I think that pretty much explained the whole situation with Tank and what was going on with him in terms of him trying to call out Terence Crawford. You hear what he said. He was he don't like to drink because he's not in control of himself. So hopefully now that he's stopped drinking, you know what I'm saying, he's coming to his senses, you know what I mean? Or he might come to his senses. We don't know, but we'll see how it all plays out. Yeah, so again, that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm not gonna stay on this video too long. I think that that clip is basically self-explanatory. Okay, now we have an idea of what's going on, where Tank was at, while he was making all these, uh, while he was talking all this yak and ish. You know what I'm saying? That's more than likely what was going on with him. You know what I mean? He wasn't in control of himself. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, people. And you all know what right now there's, people are in the excuse mode and they out there making all kind of excuses about the fight. Spence didn't look as right. Somebody put something in his water. I mean, you got kidnapped by aliens. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So at this point, you know, we trying to we wait to see what's gonna come next. We hearing talk, that Jerome Booth Innes wants it, but he's not talking too loud. He made a mention about a couple of days ago, but we haven't heard anything else about that because at the end of the day, as I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again, Bose Innes is too smart to put Boots Innes in there with a killer like Crawford at this point in his career. He's not ready for that. Okay, and regardless of the all these people out there, grabbing, basically grabbing, snatching boots and throwing them on their shoulder and running around talking about he's next. You know, Crawford basically got at this point in his career, he got bigger fish to fry. Okay, so he's already fried one fish, and he's looking for bigger fish to fry right now. So this is where it's at, and this is what people got to understand. Bringing out Crawford, or I mean not Crawford, Boots or Ortiz or Keith Thurman. I mean, what is that going to do for Crawford's career? Nothing. So at this point in his career, he needs to, he's looking for bigger fish, the Charlos and people like that. And so hopefully, we get that fight. I don't know how that's going to play out because Charlo's getting ready to move up to fight Canelo. If that actually happens, we don't have a, firm date and time yet, but supposedly it's already been signed. And I just heard that Charlo claims that he's going to come back down to 154. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. It didn't work too good for Carol Brook when he fought Triple G. So I don't see how this is going to work for Jamel Charlo coming back down from two weight classes. I mean, and if you win at 168, why would you want to come back down? I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. But we're gonna see how everything plays out. We just have to keep an eye on what's going on, and everything should come to light eventually. So again, I'm not gonna stay too long. I just wanted to point out the whole Gervonta Davis Gary Russell scenario that we saw play out. And it played out the way it did, and now we understand why it played out that way and what was the reason for it. I just played the video clip for you, so you saw it all for yourself. So with that said, people, I'm going to leave it there. This is TBE Boxing saying I'm out.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That life before riches, huh? That life before riches, huh? Pretty bitch, show me titties, huh? And I got the glaze, you run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you